My name is Sean M. Reynolds Jr., and today I'm out here in the city of Roy, Washington at the Roy Washington Cemetery. This cemetery has graves that are 200 years old. The state of Washington itself became a state in 1889, and there are graves in here from way before that. They have war veterans in here going back to the Civil War, and there's about 1,200 or so graves in this small cemetery. I started a project in the summer of 2021. Myself and my oldest daughter were driving by and noticed that the cemetery was overgrown and it was not being taken care of. So we stopped in and we looked around and seen the damages and the need for the help around the cemetery. I reached out on social media to the community where this cemetery sits and got feedback from those that live here and those that have people buried in the cemetery. I wanted to ask permission from those in their city that have family and friends and that live here in this town for permission to come in and clean the gravestones, readjust them, pick up the cemetery, mow, weed whack, trim bushes that are overgrown, and many more things. Myself and my oldest daughter felt the need to do this given the condition that the cemetery was in. When I reached out to the community, I got a lot of feedback, and there was a lot of people that were willing to come and help us do this project. So we started this project and it's been successful. We've been able to clean a lot of gravestones, and it is amazing to see the progress over the last 7 months. We had gravestones in here that were solid black, and with the help of a grave headstone restoration specialist, we were able to find out what we needed to do and how we needed to do it to bring these headstones and gravestones back to almost new condition. I'm going to take you guys around the cemetery and show you different things. Show you guys some of the ones that are still black that we have to do. I'm going to show you some of the ones that have been cleaned. It's amazing to see the progress and amazing to see the community come together to make this project happen. So let's take a walk. This one here is an old war veteran, and we cleaned this one before winter. There's many different things that go into this project. We're unable to clean graves when it gets to a certain temperature. This state does get very cold, and when it gets below 40 degrees, we're unable to clean the headstones and the gravestones. This cemetery has individuals in it from the pioneer days when the town was getting established. It's got a lot of history in this cemetery from the 1800s all the way down to those that are being buried in it today. Let's take a walk down here and I'll show you a few of these. There are some severely damaged headstones that are in this cemetery, and we're going to look at getting them replaced and finding ways to fix them. Here's one right here, and this one is severely damaged and split in two. This individual was born in 1822 and died in 1896. My apologies. And that's one of them that needs to be replaced. This gravestone right here, this individual was born in 1871 and died in 1904. This is one that we cleaned it was completely black. And with the assistance of the individual who taught us the restoration and cleaning process, we were able to make this one look almost new. We get in and we carve out with small tools all the lettering, the numbers, and any detail that is on the headstone. And it does take a lot of time and effort, but the end result is amazing. These chemicals are non-toxic, environment safe, and they don't do any of the damages like harsh chemicals do. This is one right here that we cleaned. It's in really nice condition. Looks almost brand new. This individual died in 1893. There's a lot of 1800 grave sites in here. Cemetery grounds are pretty bumpy. There's a lot of unmarked graves in here as well. So we're working with multiple sources to try to figure out who they are and identify them. There's even graves that are buried that we have to take our time and find where they're located and undig them, just enough to be able to clean them and reset the headstone. I'm going to take you to this tree. When we trimmed this tree, we found buried headstones in there. And coming up here this spring, we're going to start this project back up. So the weather will be nice here in Washington State. But this one is buried down in the ground and has sunken. This grave, this individual was born in 1848 and died in 1929. And there's many graves in here like that as well. And I believe that this project is going to do this cemetery wonders. And it's amazing to see the community come together. And I appreciate each and every one of the community members that are allowing us to come in here to their city and fix this grave site. I'll give you an example. Here's one. This one, you can see the lettering. It's going to need to be carved out, all the moss and dirt. This grave is from 1874. But this project is something that's going to take a few years to really make look beautiful. The cemetery is one that I believe needs the work of the community to keep going. Given how old the cemetery is, it would be nice to see it put on a history preservation list. Given that there are Civil War vets in here, World War I vets, and many other veterans. There are a lot of buried community members, families, and friends in here. And there'll be more in the future. So it'd be nice to make this look good. So I'm going to do some work out here today. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about this project and show you a little bit about the graves that are out here. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any tips or tricks or any knowledge on grave restoration, because this is all new to us, myself, my daughter. It's new to the community. There's a lot of people that came out that didn't have any knowledge on it. And I think it's amazing that we're all coming together to make this project look amazing. Here's a view of the cemetery here. Also in the comment section below, let me know what kind of projects you've started out of inspiration by seeing something that needed to be done. Could be anything from helping somebody or something or a cause. I think the world needs everybody to do their part in community service and volunteering and trying to make the communities around the world a better place. You can also see some of the stuff that I'm working on as far as community projects, volunteer projects, anything business-wise, or anything else about me on my website. That's www.seanmreynoldsjr.com. You can follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be posting more videos as spring and summertime come on this project and give you guys updates and see the progress. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. The email is seanmreynoldsjr@yahoo.com. Until the next video, see you later.